Here we go. Hey, everything on three. Number three. Wait on one. Oh. Wait on three. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Hey, next up from that. Eyes on three. Everything on 3 and 1. Everything.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast. It's your boy, Chaz, and you don't hear my theme song because we have a different setup going on, but you can imagine right now hearing because the champ is here. And with me to my virtual right is the man, the myth, the legend, Bob. Jay Coleman. Jay, what's up?
Oh my God.
What's up?
Hey, when we don't have the buttons, we have to make our
We have to make do.
We have to make do. And you weren't even introduced yet. You're not allowed to talk.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
See,
yeah, way to go.
And over to the far virtual right, we have the nickname, no nonsense, Adam Van Houten. What's up, homie?
What's up, guys?
We're deciding to try this over via Zoom today because we're just giving it a shot. Something different. All right, put the guns away, bro. Stop.
You see these arms, bro?
Jeez.
Oh, my God. Sorry.
Stop the gun show. Oh, my goodness. This is, it was 55 degrees out in Buffalo. People are losing right now.
Yeah, what a show off right now.
So we just decided to try a
bad.
Zoom recording to just get a little different flavor and a little different look and everything. Does everybody sound good, like in your ears and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, everybody's good.
Okay. And Jay, who you got there?
That was Fiona.
Fiona. You got? She doesn't want to get on camera.
No.
All right. Well, we'll see who gets on camera first, Pickles or Fiona. Pickles is sleeping in the other room. She ain't having it.
No. That's because Jay's not there.
That's true.
Yeah,
Or virtual. She doesn't want to sit on his virtual lap.
Nobody wants to sit on his virtual lab. Not even his wife. Hey-o.
I got him.
Got him. So we skipped a whole week and nothing really happened.
Yeah, nothing really exciting at all.
Me and Adam were talking. I'll pose this question to you, Jay. I already asked Adam. I'll ask Adam again. If you are the Panthers, Jay, with the first overall pick, what are you doing?
I don't know. It's tough. Anthony Richardson, maybe.
Oh, he's
Really?
going.
You think so?
He's going like me, bro.
No way. I said CJ Stroud. I think CJ Stroud is better suited for the Panthers than what they do. They also don't have any wide receivers.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
They traded their best one to.
So I don't know if that's like good to go with Richardson or bad because you don't have a team anyway. So does it work like you don't have a team? So why not just send everybody out there to learn together?
Yeah,
for a year or two.
That is true, I guess, but I don't know.
And I don't think CJ Stroud or Bryce Young is that much like slam dunk. You know what I mean?
No, I mean nobody's a slam dunk.
No,
I mean
there's more slam dunk than others, though. Usually,
I mean, sure, not the quarterback position, though.
Not this year, that's for sure. Not for that last couple years. The last slam dunk. Well, no, Lawrence and Burrow were slam dunks, and they were.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, if you want to go that way, but I mean, this year, I mean, you're looking at CJ Stroud. Is he guaranteed to be good? Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. Yeah, they all have talent, but Sam Bradford had talent too. Look where he ended up.
Sam Bradford was good. He was rookie of the year.
Yeah, I think Bryce Young is probably the least of those three to be successful.
I agree with that.
Now, is that because we have a kind of hatred for Kyler Murray?
Probably.
And he's Kyler Murray too.
Yes,
Kyler
but
Murray
I mean
2.0.
also like size hasn't really paid out. I mean Baker, Kyler. So
yeah, no, you're right on that. I think if I'm sitting there as the Panthers, I think I'm going with Richardson as well. And I know that's not the sexy pick. Well, that kind of is the sexy pick.
Actually, he's the sexier of the three.
Yeah, because he's the better prospect. not better prospect currently, but the talent. He's got the higher ceiling. Anthony Richardson could be as good as Geno Smith, or Anthony Richardson could be as good as Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? So it's like where I don't think C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young are going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Anthony Richardson could be if it all comes together.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this: who does C.J. Stroud remind you of in the NFL currently? Is there anybody that you would compare him to?
I think I just said the name of Geno Smith, and now that's in my head. Like the good Geno Smith. He's accurate.
Sure, like the one that we got in Seattle.
Finally,
Yeah.
Not the one that we got in New York.
He's accurate.
Although,
he tries to make the right decision.
When he was in New York, was Geno Smith about to be good and they just gave up on him too quickly?
No, he wasn't really good. Geno Smith, if you remember, Geno Smith got popped in practice and the player broke his jaw.
I remember that.
And it kind of like derailed him. But Geno really wasn't on. Geno was not on like a collision course to be good. But like just the way Geno played this last year, and I don't know if it's literally because I just said his name. It's the reason I'm saying it's CJ Stroud. But like, and also I'm not high on CJ Stroud, and Geno Smith is kind of mid or below mid, right? So that could just be projecting.
Yeah, maybe.
You want to know what's funny?
What about you, Jay? What do you think? Do you agree with Chaz on Geno Smith, or is there someone else you're thinking of?
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know if you guys have looked to see what the scouts are comparing him to, but it's kind of funny.
I have not. That's why I was asking. I wanted to see what you guys thought.
So I was just looking it up now. His two comparisons are Burrow and Goff.
Come on, Burrow and Goff.
Get out of here.
Yeah, which
are you serious?
Yeah,
I think I would have said Russell Wilson before either of those two. And I'm probably way off.
I think Russell's more like Bryce Young.
I was gonna say Bryce Young next, and we kind of compared him to Kyler Murray a little bit.
But I always compared Kyler Murray to Russ. Anyway, undersized quarterback, big arm, but they're undersized. Their mobility, and now that like Russ's mobility was gone, he was almost rendered useless.
Yeah, he did not have a good season.
Even NFL.com is that comparison. They only have one, and it's Goff.
Which I mean, and to be fair,
Stroud?
Burrow
for Stroud, yeah,
Burrow's in a different league. How different is Goff from Geno Smith? Right? They're not that far
both
apart.
Mid,
right? Yeah, they're not far apart. I would rank Goff higher than
was Geno. Goff wasn't an MVP or Rookie of the Year, was he?
Goff was not Rookie of the Year, but he was first overall pick.
Right. I remember that. I never thought he was any good, in my opinion. But I mean, what about? I don't know if I would be happy about being compared to Jared Goff. If I'm CJ Stroud and I see that, I'm going, what?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What about Anthony Richardson?
My God. The only one I can compare to, and it's unfair, is Josh Allen, just because that was that was everything Josh Allen was. Big arm, can run, got no accuracy, didn't win in college. You know what I mean? Right. So like that was
kind of came out of nowhere.
And that was, you know what? Who else too was like that? Was Herbert. Herbert had that stigma about him too.
True.
So that's I'm definitely gonna like say Josh Allen, but that's putting that's high hopes, dude. Even if you're saying Herbert, that's high hopes.
NFL.com's comparison for him is Cam Newton.
And I compared Josh Allen to Cam Newton. So
I couldn't see that. Yeah, I actually forgot about Cam Newton. But he's not in the NFL, so I didn't really think about him. I was more thinking current players, but
I mean, he should be in the NFL. He's better than Cam Newton. That's a question. You guys see the workout video of Cam Newton?
Yeah,
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah.
I did see it.
He made a statement saying there ain't 32 motherfuckers better than me in the NFL. That's true. That's true.
He's very right about that. There's probably 20.
Yeah. Where would we put the Cam Newton break in the NFL? Like
Now, are we talking about Cam Newton now, or are we talking,
right now,
you know,
Cam Newton right now.
2012 Cam Newton?
Who's the middest quarterback in the NFL? Like number 16 in the NFL. Goff,
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr. We'll say Derek Carr. Okay, that's fair.
I think Derek Carr is probably more accurate.
Okay, so Derek Carr is 16th overall quarterback in the NFL. Okay, so where's Cam Newton with him? Over or under?
Ooh. I guess if we're going based on Cam Newton was good. Ooh,
Good.
That's what I mean. It's hard to compare him against Derek Carr because,
in my opinion, he's after Carr.
I would say definitely top 25.
Yeah, I would say
I'm thinking maybe like 21.
So
he can probably make a push for the top 20, but
so we're going lower than Carr. So what about Mac Jones?
Oh God, I'm putting a lot of quarterbacks. I don't think Mac Jones is very good.
Yeah,
I'm putting him way at the bottom.
You're putting Cam above
Cam Newton's better than Mac Jones.
What about you, Jay?
I agree.
All right. What about it's hard to say because some of these rookies are coming in. So, Cam Newton is probably top 20, 21, 22 quarterback in the NFL. What about Jimmy G?
I'd rather have Cam Newton than Jimmy G.
I think that's the line. I think that's back to back.
That's probably
where
I'm putting Derek Carr above them.
Yeah, I could say go either way with Jimmy G and Cam Newton.
I'd put Tannehill underneath them. So,
underneath Jimmy G. I think Tannehill's garbage too.
Yeah, so Tannehill, it would be like, in just the top of my head, it would go like Carr, Goff, Cam Newton, Jimmy G. You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
I'd probably agree with that. I think I would agree with that. Yeah.
So so Cam Newton did have a valid point there, and also
for sure,
he doesn't want to be a backup quarterback, and that's fine. That's his choice.
Yeah, and no problem. Just like Tim Tebow didn't want to be a tight end.
He wasn't even a tight end. He was a fucking punt protector.
I know, it was bad.
So it's been 2 weeks, and Aaron Rodgers hasn't been traded yet, by the way.
I know. Oh my God, that's being dragged on for.
It's rough
because it's Aaron Rodgers. Of course, it's going to be dragged out.
But notice how nobody's really talking about it anymore, though. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
He's probably getting sad about that.
So he's probably hurting.
He's still going on the Pat McAfee show. So I mean,
he goes every Tuesday.
There's still an insane amount of people watching that.
Yeah, of course, because they're all curious.
So
ever since he came out and said, "Yeah, I would really love to play for the Jets,"
he's still getting his views. He's just not getting the buzz.
Yeah, nobody's talking about it outside the Pat McAfee show.
What is people talking about in football right now? It's just the draft, right? That's really
draft. It's draft season, dude. We're in April now. We're 3 weeks away from the draft,
and there's been nothing going on. So
there's been no big trades, no big signings or anything. We're still
no one's got moved yet. Nothing on Hopkins.
We're still waiting. We're waiting to hear from Lamar Jackson and where he's going. If he's staying in Baltimore or someone's going to trade for him or whatever. That whole thing came out that he requested a trade, and the Ravens are like, we're just going to keep you here on the
just because a player requests a trade. Yeah, they don't. The team doesn't have to trade you.
Right, they don't have to trade you. You don't have to play, but guys that have held out and not played, look at what it's done for their careers.
I mean, mainly Le'Veon Bell. That's
sure, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. He held out, but he played. But he's also a basket case. We all know that.
Yes, he is.
But he held out, and look at all these other guys too. I just had somebody in my head too, and I can't think of who it was. Somebody else held out, and they've just been bouncing around, and I'll think of it later. But you're right. Le'Veon Bell is the main one who basically priced himself out of the league, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, he got a job.
Lamar's, but it's a different position because running backs you can draft one in the 7th round and he'll be fine.
Oh, there goes Adam sipping over Isaiah Pacheco again.
No, but it's the best example we have. They got a 7th-round running back who played more than half the season and started in the playoffs and won a Super Bowl. Not saying it's because of him. Don't get me wrong. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. But my point being is Le'Veon Bell held out and priced himself out of the league and had a terrible season with the Jets and bounced around from team to team and literally stopped playing football because you can get running backs whenever and wherever.
Yeah.
Quarterback's a little different because they're the generals, man.
To his credit, he wanted to change the market on running backs, and it didn't really work out. But
right. Well, you can't change something that never existed.
Well, no. It did exist, and it was turning, and he tried to make it go back. Like, at the time.
You're saying go back to a more run heavy.
Yeah, because if you think
right.
about Adrian Peterson was making like $14 million a year 10, 12 years ago, and the highest paid running back right now makes like $13 million a year.
Right.
Where the highest quarterback like 13 years ago was probably making 25 million. Now they're making 55. Right. It's like it is showed in like the highest receivers because it's a passing league, and that shows that they're putting money where the value is.
Yeah, we say it all the time. I mean, we want to build around our quarterback, right? The teams that have good wide receivers and good duos or even trios are the ones that are making it further into the playoffs. I've said this before too on the pod. The top 3 running backs in the league, none of them made the playoffs. Josh Jacobs, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry. I don't know if Dalvin Cook was up there, but it was Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, whoever was, not Dalvin Cook, whoever was 3rd in the league. I don't know. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I know for a fact that I've looked that up before, and the top 3 did not make the playoffs.
But to be fair, it was the first year in a long time Derrick Henry didn't make the playoffs either.
True, but at what point? I mean, we all knew that a run-heavy offense wasn't going to help you. They had Ryan Tannehill throwing the ball to Robert Woods.
The GOAT.
Traylon Burks might be good. I think he's showed flashes, but
even when they did make the playoffs, they didn't make it far anyway because
they got bounced in the first round.
Yeah. So
I remember the year they beat New England. That was fantastic with Brady.
Yeah, then they lost the next week.
So what? That they did us all a service.
But you're right. Yes, they beat the Patriots. I remember that.
It was like the first Super Bowl without Brady.
I know. Been a while.
A long time at that point.
Yeah. No, I totally remember that.
No more Super Bowls with Tom Brady, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, until he goes back next week.
So random thing I saw in a best ball draft I was doing. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were very similarly rated on Underdog here in the offseason. So let's just say they're back to back, okay? Just say they're back to back. Where do you think they were ranked in the back to back rankings, Adam?
What do you mean by back to back?
They were just say like if they were ranked 4th and 5th overall. You know what I'm saying? They were like together, back to back. But where do you think? What number? Spoiler: they're not 4th and 5th. But I'm just saying.
No.
4th and 5th, 14th, 15th, whatever. Just
I gotta say, if I'm going back to back, we're saying Godwin's first, and then Edmonds follows. So I would have to say, I don't know. We're probably looking at like 12 and 13.
You're saying 12 and 13, Jay? What do you think?
15.
There's no
16.
way they're further than that.
I don't know the exact number, but it was somewhere like 24, 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was somewhere like 24.
Just without Brady. Just without that Brady. Far.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
Mike Evans dropped that far, but because Godwin was going late last year, but
that's because the injury though.
The injury.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm trying to see if I could pull it up, but Underdog's moving really slow. But yeah, like okay. So actually, in this Underdog league I'm looking at right now, Chris Godwin was the last receiver off the board. And the next receiver on the board is Jameson Williams at 30. So it was like 28, 29.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah. Jameson Williams is 30.
Or-
So
so-
Chris Godwin, with his good career and no quarterback, is listed one spot ahead of Jameson Williams, who had one big play in a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I know that's wild.
oh
I
no,
wouldn't
I'm a
put-
filthy liar. They weren't back to back because Mike Evans is listed at 35.
Wow,
So
that's
28
crazy.
35.
Wow,
Mike-
that's mind blowing to me.
Mike
Just
Evans
by
is
losing Brady,
here. This
they
is what
dropped that
Underdog
far.
has. This is what Underdog has at the receivers left in this draft right now. I'm looking at. You're looking at the receivers overall 30, 32, 34, 35, 36. So 31's gone in there. But either way, you're looking at Jameson Williams at 30, Tyler Lockett, Marquise Brown, Mike Evans, George Pickens.
Really, Pickens, huh?
Pickens is one spot under Evans.
Wow.
So it's interesting. And let's just take a fun look at what running backs are left. We're looking at running backs. Okay, the 16th ranked running back is Jahmyr Gibbs, but he's a rookie, so the rookies kind of go higher. But over here we have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You ready to hear these? At 20, J.K. Dobbins, Miles Sanders, Isaiah Pacheco, Joe Mixon, Javonte Williams, David Montgomery. That's 20
Mixon, huh?
through 25. And then down there at 29
Miles Sanders kind of surprises me, actually. He had a pretty good season and then goes to a team that doesn't have a running back anymore.
Right, so that's a steal.
Foreman signed elsewhere, and obviously McCaffrey was traded. So, what? Chuba Hubbard is going to be your running back, and you're not.
definitely
You're
not.
going to play him. You're going to play him over Miles Sanders? I don't think so.
No way.
That's wild that he's that low.
So quarterbacks that are left are 9, 10, 11, 12. And these are the early, rankings. Or this is actually early, like where people are getting drafted, like ADPs. So 9, 10, 11, 12 of quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, Tua, and Daniel Jones.
Deshaun Watson in the top 10? Really?
9.
That's
oh my god.
That's absurd.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Then,
I'd put Dak in front of. Well, who are the other ones?
It was Deshaun, Dak, Tua, and Daniel Jones. I'd put them all above Deshaun.
I'd put all of them above Deshaun Watson.
Agreed.
I don't care what Deshaun Watson did in Houston. I saw what he did in Cleveland for 4 games. It wasn't anything special.
And then right after DJ, you got Kirk Cousins. Here's a surprising 2 back-to-back surprising ones. Aaron Rodgers at 14 and Trey Lance at 15, even though no one knows if he's the starter. He's still getting drafted.
Wow.
And these are best.
I'd put all of them above Watson.
You got Anthony Richardson at 21, Bryce Young at 22, CJ Stroud at 24, and Jordan Love is between them.
I'd put all those guys above Watson. And we don't know about the rookies yet, whatever. But based on what I saw from Watson, I don't have any high hopes this year. Not to mention they still haven't signed Kareem Hunt.
Or they didn't use him anyway.
Signed anywhere.
And nobody signed Kareem Hunt. They lost Ernest Johnson. They're a running team. But didn't they acquire a good second receiver this year? Because they got Cooper. And I'm pretty sure it's popping up on my thing. Running out of time. We're running out of time. We're still all right though. Yeah, we're using Zoom, folks. So it's we're just trying something new. Maybe I'll upgrade to premium.
Figure it out.
Like it out there. But the thing about the Evans situation is he's sitting there at 33, 35. That's like a third wide receiver.
Yeah, that's definitely the third wide receiver range. But we don't know who the quarterback in Tampa is going to be.
It was Baker.
Exactly.
That face. That face should be the thumbnail.
No way. Yeah, no way do I trust Baker Mayfield. I don't know. Maybe
I trust him somewhat.
Yeah, but apparently they don't trust him enough to where his wide receivers should be in the top 15.
No, you're right.
Like, it's still Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
I mean,
I don't know.
are these the best two? Is this the best receiving core Baker's ever had? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely,
for sure.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
you throw in
Who
Rashad
did he
White in
have?
there.
I mean, he didn't have anybody in Cleveland.
You know, no.
What? Odell? Oh wow. But he was hurt most of the season.
No, he had Odell and Jarvis. So, but Odell and Jarvis isn't as good as Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
I agree.
So
Jarvis Landry was also in his 30s when he was there.
they're the same age.
No, they're
Odell and
not.
Jarvis. Odell and Jarvis
No.
were the same draft, bro.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. Don't draft me, bro.
I thought they were a year apart.
No, they're the same team, same draft, everything.
Oh, maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, same. And even if they were
Either way,
year
I
apart,
agree
they're
that
about the
Godwin and
same age.
Evans are better.
Yeah, for sure. Even if they were a year apart, I'll concede that if they were a year. But I'm pretty sure actually Evans, and I'm pretty sure Evans was in the same draft as all of them. Evans, Odell,
Yes, he was. I
and
remember that.
Jarvis.
I know.
Because that's when the Bills took Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Evans, yeah.
Just a bit outside.
Well, isn't that
Just
when
a
we
bit.
had Rex Ryan? That's when we had Rex Ryan, right? He was all about Clemson.
That's true because his son was there. But no, there was no doubt that Sammy Watkins was the go at that draft. Sammy Watkins was going to be the first receiver. So
Sure, he was the best at the time, best receiver in the draft. Bills got him. Everybody was excited about it.
yep. And you know who rookie of the year was that year?
And he couldn't stay healthy.
I believe Odell Beckham was rookie.
Well, I was gonna say, wasn't it Odell when he came back from his injury?
Yeah, I think it was Odell. But
He
I think
torched.
Calvin Benjamin was that same draft too, and he had a really good year. And Brandon Cooks was that draft. Like that was a great receiver draft.
Yeah.
Brandon
I
Cooks
remember
traded for the 17th time.
Yeah, he's on another.
Pretty much.
Dude, he's never hit free
Dallas too.
He's never hit free agency. Brandon Cooks was drafted by the Saints, traded to the Rams, traded to where did he go after? No, traded to New
Houston.
England, then traded to the Rams, then traded to Houston, now traded to Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Right. By
He's
the
never
time
hit
his
free
career's over, he'll be traded to every team.
Yeah, he's never hit free agency. He's always been traded.
But dude, so he's another one that's wild, and people don't, they kind of sleep on him a little bit. And even though he had some garbage in Houston, he had Deshaun Watson for a little bit, and he did play okay. And then he had Davis Mills and whoever else was there, and he still caught some deep passes and scored some touchdowns there.
He's definitely an improvement to like Michael Gallup.
I mean, Dallas is crazy for not re-signing Dalton Schultz, in my opinion. He is not Dalton Schultz, but having CeeDee Lamb and now Brandon Cooks, and you still have Gallup, and I think Noah Brown went somewhere else, but either way, to me, I don't think Dallas got any better in their receiving core by trading for Cooks and letting Schultz go.
They could have had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb, but they blew that for some reason for nothing.
Yeah, pretty much
to keep Zeke, who hasn't been signed yet.
Right, and he probably won't be. At least not yet. Maybe he will later on. But that goes to my point again that running backs aren't it anymore. So yeah, Zeke was great back, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Over the last 5 years, he hasn't been that good. And he got outplayed by Tony Pollard 2 years in a row.
Well, Tony Pollard's got to carry the load now, so we'll have to see what he can do.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I don't know. We got about 5 more minutes left on this this free Zoom call. So, is there anything else specifically you guys want to tackle, or do you want to take a break and come back and do some more?
That's up to you guys, man. I'm ready to roll. It's up to you.
Jay's looking tired over there. Jay's not happy with the WrestleMania outcome.
No one is. You're the only happy one.
I'm not happy about it. It just makes sense. Big news with the merger of UFC and WWE today.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah, they're valued at like $22 million right now.
Bill.
No, billion.
Or billion, yeah.
Bill.
Yep.
That means they were probably equal value, you know.
Probably. I
and they
mean,
just combined
I would, in my opinion, I would have to put UFC higher. Well, maybe not. WWE's been around a long
The
time.
difference between UFC and WWE is like more people watch UFC for sure, but WWE does more.
Right.
There's 4 shows a week.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like people don't realize how much money WWE is generating.
Yeah, stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling, your boy Brock Lesnar just murdered the American Nightmare.
Oh, so see, Cody's in the main event still. So
Well, yeah, it
There
was
you
supposed to be Cody and Brock in a tag team versus Roman and his other guy, and Brock turned on Cody.
see, that's good though, because now Cody's still in a main event program with Brock Lesnar, who's just as big a star as Roman. So it's working for Cody. He's getting that rub, and that doesn't mean he's never going to win the championship. So I think it's good. This we haven't talked about wrestling much on this podcast, so
That's true.
WrestleMania week. I think we only got about 2 minutes here. I think it was the best WrestleMania in nearly 20 years, honestly. And also I think that main event, even though people are sad that Cody didn't win, that's okay. You're kind of should be sad that the good guy didn't win. And B, it was a tremendous match. It was a fantastic match. It might be a top 5 main event at WrestleMania of all time. So if you guys don't watch wrestling, I know
I'll have to
Adam
go watch the
hasn't watched
replay.
it. You need to watch that match. Watch the whole thing, man. You got to watch the build up and everything, all of it.
Yeah, might do that.
And
Well, I
watch
mean, Jay-
Finn Balor get his head split open.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Jay,
Like a fucking pumpkin.
We got 2 minutes, so you don't like the outcome, but I mean, am I exaggerating on how good the match was?
The match. I mean, yeah, I watched it afterwards. The match was good.
I mean, they
I
had
heard good things about it.
They had the crowd in their hands, and like they really made you think Cody was going to win. That's why everybody's let down because
the crowd was dead after Roman won.
But the night was over.
Yeah,
and that's what it was. That was what it was posed to be. I don't know. So I thought it was a good Mania. I know I'm feeling rushed with this countdown. Maybe I'm just gonna make Adam make us buy the Pro, and then
we'll come back next time and we'll just have unlimited time.
Well, I was telling Adam, we got 1 minute and 20 seconds here. Maybe we'll get into like the because I like doing it like this, but I like getting together. So maybe like once we're rolling every week, we'll kind of like go back and forth, a week here, a week, at my house, a week. You know what I mean? So maybe that's how we'll do it if everybody likes it.
That's fine with me.
Works for me.
So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us on the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. I don't even have time to announce a song, so I'll just put the song announcement in at the end here because we're running out of time and in post production. So, Adam, thank you for joining us.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Jay, thank you for joining us again. And we will see you next time on the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. Peace.
Later, guys.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast.
No smoking. That was not about that.